where one always tries to outdo the other. Whilst the clubs battle it out and nurture a special bond within their ranks, it's the fans who delight in provoking the opposition.
El cerdo de Núñez! ¡Gruñe, gruñe, gruñe! El cerdo de Núñez! ¡Viva España!
And tempers invariably spill over in such a volatile atmosphere.
El millón de Europa, Barça, 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 porque te pilota.
Somos los mejores de España, Real Madrid y reinar el club por los dos Madrid i Espanya que l'acompanya entera.
És molt senzill. No fa falta ni que el jugueu, perquè el perdreu, segur, perquè no existiu.
Machacar a los catalanes. Ay. Machacarlos, hay que machacarlos. Dañarlos. Mira, machar así.
Y Rivaldo, Estribardo campeón.
There's never been a shortage of talent, though, as the rivalry attracts the world's best.
Generalmente, lo que más euforia me da es lo que deprime lo del Barça.
There are two giants, let's put it that way, which is Barcelona and Madrid, which always been there. And all the other people has got their team and then Madrid or Barcelona, which means the whole country are for Madrid or Barcelona beside their other team.
Ese es un partido que se juega el lunes de esa semana, el martes, el miércoles, el jueves, el viernes, se juega de ida y vuelta, se juega con las declaraciones de unos, con las declaraciones de otros, como el uno, como está en su clasificación. Es un partido que tiene una intensidad especial.
Mas a atmosfera e o ambiente que se vive toda a semana, através da imprensa, através de comentários, como se fosse sempre o derby do século.
They live for their football and they're hugely passionate about it.
And none more so than when a goal is scored. The size and scale of these matches are fought with a religious fervour that reflects much of the historic conflict between the regions of Castilla and Catalunya. Their stadiums resemble cathedrals and are revered in a similar manner. Built almost 50 years ago, these arenas are quite different in design, but are still equally regarded among the best in the world, with the match sold out a season in advance. For the uninitiated, it can be a harrowing experience.
When you play at Barcelona and you've got 120,000 Catalans screaming like mad, you play in the Bernabeu and you've got 90-odd thousand from just Real Madrid supporters, and there's a handful of away support. And that's where it differs a great deal to derbies elsewhere in the world.
Yo nací aquí en Madrid, yo soy socio del Real Madrid desde que nací, desde el primer día de mi vida. Yo soy blanco, entonces para mí jugar en ese estadio, no solamente jugar, sino pasar con el coche cerca del Bernabéu, cuando voy por la Castellana, supone algo muy especial, se me acelera el pulso.
Yo creo que uno no se puede ir de un periodo profesional sin haber jugado en uno de esos dos estadios porque es realmente inolvidable.
If there's such a huge stadium with such an ambience, it doesn't matter if they whistle or they shout, or it's just beautiful.
Both clubs are obsessive about the other, and everything has a hidden political agenda. During the Civil War, especially in Barcelona, the stadiums were the only refuge where freedom of speech could be exercised without fear. Both have become enduring symbols for fans ever since, to voice their opinion and support. Real Madrid have been the most consistently successful football club in the world. Their monopoly of the European Cup in the 1950s and their present resurgence have reinforced that, along with FIFA's official rubber stamp as the best club side of the last century. The early games between Madrid's student team and a group of privileged foreigners who founded Barcelona did little to reveal the passion and quality of the sides in later years, when club football expanded onto the international stage. Madrid, under the strong arm of club president Santiago Bernabéu and the genius of Alfredo Di Stefano, soon asserted themselves as Bernabéu stopped at nothing to create his dream team. Franco proudly endorsed them as Spain's finest ambassadors. In the 1960 European Cup final, television would, for the first time, allow viewers around the world to see just why they were a class apart. Their stylish, free-flowing passing game completely dominated their German rivals, Eintracht Frankfurt. Inevitably, it was Di Stefano, playing conductor and goalscorer, and the deadly accuracy of the Hungarian, Ferenc Puskás, who destroyed the Germans. 134,000 Scottish fans were treated to a virtuoso team performance, with Real Madrid emphatic winners by 7-3. Whilst Madrid put a rapid stranglehold on Europe, back home it only intensified the rivalry with Barcelona, who had created probably the second best team in Europe, but with little publicity outside of Spain to confirm it. Few teams could lay claim to beating Madrid in the 1950s. Barcelona not only succeeded, but did it in style. Whilst Madrid had Di Stefano, Barcelona had the Hungarian maestro Ladislau Kubala, who'd arrived 2 years earlier than Di Stefano and played a major role in Barcelona gaining the upper hand. Every derby was a matter of life and death, where victory always had a political edge. Di Stefano's first derby resulted in a stirring 5-0 victory. His 2 goals made him an instant hero with the Madrid fans. In 1958, Barcelona signed the Argentine coach Helenio Herrera. An accomplished tactician and psychologist, Herrera, using the precocious talents of the brilliant Luis Suarez, a fading but still resourceful Kubala, national goalkeeper Ramayets, and Hungarian exiles Kocsis and Tibor, molded a side that would win successive league titles, the European Fairs Cup, and become the first team to knock Real Madrid out of the European Cup. Arguably, though, the most important signing for Barcelona was the quicksilver Johan Cruyff. The incomparable skills of the elusive Dutchman created huge excitement on his arrival in the early 70s, and he did not disappoint his fans. His achievements as a player would earn him both club and major individual awards. The most telling award, however, was in the scoreline, where the number 5 had always been a landmark for both sides.
5-0, 5.
Cruyff's first derby would be in Madrid, where reputations amounted for little. It would be a fiery baptism, but Cruyff was never better than when faced with a challenge. After taking an early lead, Cruyff showed his own brand of magic, scoring a second and having a hand in everything else, as the stunned Madrid crowd could only watch in silence as Barcelona demolished their heroes 5-0. 20 years later, with Cruyff now manager of what many regarded as Barcelona's dream team, they went about carving their own piece of history. First, the masterful Romario opened the gates with a brilliant individual effort, followed by a trademark Ronald Koeman free kick. Madrid officials were tense, but would be in a lot more pain by the end of the day, as Romario collected his second with ease. And with the help of the elegant Dane, Michael Laudrup, his hat-trick. But it was still not over, as Romario, with a brilliant piece of interplay, set up the elusive 5th goal, much to the delight of the Barcelona fans, who savoured every minute of this victory and shared a sense of déjà vu with Cruyff. 12 months later in Madrid, as reigning league champions, the confident Barcelona took on a pensive Madrid. But if this was the case, someone hadn't told the Chilean Zamorano, whose lethal shooting had earned him the nickname Bam Bam. Zamorano was on a roll, with another clinically executed finish that had new manager Jorge Valdano ecstatic. The tenacity of newly defected Barcelona star Michael Laudrup quickly set up Zamorano's 3rd. More was to follow. Zamorano narrowly missed grabbing a 4th before Luis Enrique obliged. Revenge was almost complete as a revitalized Madrid put the final 5th nail in the Barcelona coffin. The winds of change for Cruyff were taking their toll. A long-time cigarette junkie with the usual managerial pressures, mounting boardroom conflict through his outspokenness, and insistence to play his type of attacking football had already put him in hospital, and made him a regular target for an unfair